Hey guys, so last night I went to the theaters and saw two of the big new releases. Um, and I would have done a review last night, but I was dead tired. By the time I got home, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And mainly one of the reasons why it took me so long was because of the fucking weather. I don't know about the rest of, the people out in YouTube land, but like, it's snowing pretty good. And also, it's going to be like -10 today and tomorrow. Fuck that shit. And that's one of the reasons why I went out last night because I knew it was going to be so fucking cold, and this would be the only opportunity I would get to see these two movies. Of course, the first movie I went and saw was 50 Shades of Grey. The, the movie that every Jesus, the movie that everybody's been wanting my opinion about. And what the fuck do I have to say about 50 Shades of Grey that hasn't been said already? It's I've never read the books. I've read snippets of it, and yeah, it's complete and utter garbage. Um, and this is one of those movies that I was asked a million times, over and over and over again over the last week. Why the fuck are you watching this? Even my mom was asking me that, and the only reason I said I was watching this was because this is one of those things that on paper, like from just the trailers, it looked like, and from you know me knowing what the movie was about, I was sitting there like, this could be one of those films that is really fucking bad, but it's also really entertaining, like Winter's Tale last year. And I was hoping that, like, I would be laughing my ass off the whole time, like, and before I get into the movie though, my thoughts on the movie, I do want to say, like, what my movie theater experience was. I get there, of course, fucking nobody, like, it's packed. It's like fucking packed. And also, I had to buy advance tickets for this movie. Yeah, I had to buy advance tickets for 50 Shades of Grey. A grown man going by himself, going to see 50 Shades of Grey, has to buy advance tickets. So I go to the theater and it's fucking packed. And of course, because there's snow on the ground, nobody knows how to fucking park. It's Ohio. It's like nobody never seen fucking snow and don't know what to do and doesn't know how to park. I swear to God, fucking people are idiots. Anyways, I get in the theater. What's the first thing I see? What's the first ad that's playing? An ad for Trojan lubricant. Apparently, they're playing it in front of every movie. Which made me kind of chuckle because I'm like, I wonder if this is playing in front of stuff like SpongeBob. That'd be hysterical. Somebody please tell me that they're playing that ad in front of SpongeBob. I will laugh my ass off. But maybe. But but yeah, they're playing like this ad, like, and I'm sitting like, wow, that was subtle, and it's also has like a parody of 50 Shades of Grey in the commercial too, and so I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. Anyways, what did I think about the movie? That's what everybody wants to know. It was stupid. It was a really stupid fucking movie. It's one of those movies that I'm kind of conflicted about because there are things about this movie that were really fucking entertaining and laughably bad about it that made it kind of almost make me recommend it. But also there are things about this movie that just outright piss me off, which I'll get into. um, this movie, the acting in this movie is, I wouldn't say it was atrocious because Dakota Johnson is a good is not bad, and that Jamie Dornan's not bad either. But it's the characters that they're portraying that are fucking god awful. They're terribly written characters that are very fucking unlikable, have zero fucking chemistry. These two had zero chemistry, in my opinion. And that's what, like, that made the sex scenes not even fucking erotic at all. Some of them were actually kind of fucking laughable, more laughable than any. Um, and yeah, they had no fucking chemistry, and these characters are fucking horrible. Kristen Grey, I swear to God, is like a fucking psychopath. Like, if I didn't know better, I would think this was a fucking erotic thriller or horror movie, not an erotic romance movie. I swear to God, this character could have been easily this reminds me of like Mark Wahlberg in Fear. I keep mentioning that. I don't know why. That's like the only example I can think of off the top of my head. Like, but this time, Mark Wahlberg's the good guy. He's supposed to be the likable character. I have fucking no clue. In a normal movie, this would not be a likable character. But because it's 50 Shades of Grey, and he is. He's controlling, I still don't understand this. Please explain this. Anybody who's read the book, please explain this to me. Why the fuck, like, he has all these rules that he tells her that she can and can't do. Like, what she can eat and what she can't drink. And I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? I don't fucking know. What, is she gonna fart or shit herself during sex? I don't know. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? It's never explained. Why? Just because he's a fucking controlling asshole. And this is where my main problem with this movie is that it does really endorse abusive relationships. I had an argument with my friend who's Kelly, who told me, no, it's just about hot sex. No, this guy is a great example of abusive. This relationship is a great example of abusive relationship. I also would say it's not all physical, but it really is. Or like physical abuse. It's a lot of physical and mental abuse, and he's like a great example of somebody that's fucking an abusive boyfriend. I mean, I've seen them all the time. I mean, I had my sister had one. You know, I've had many friends that have had ones, and this guy fits the fucking bill. But of course, he's a sex icon. What the fuck? That's what bothers me about this movie, is that women think this guy is great. Like, he's like very, what they want in a man. That's disturbing. That is really fucking disturbing. That's where I have problems with this movie, is that women think this is like what they want in a man. That pisses me off. That's where, like, I have problems with this movie, and that's why I almost don't want to endorse it, because it's like, it pisses me off. Like, that shit pisses me off. Like she's talking to guys, talking to friends of hers, and he gets all fucking abusive and like tries to fight them. What the fuck? And like, he's also a fucking stalker. Just shows up at her fucking hardware store out of the fucking blue. Of course, if I were to do something like that, I'd have the cops called on me. But no, he's Christian Grey. He has, I mean, in a real circumstance, there would be a restraining order against this guy, like halfway through the fucking, like, 30 minutes into this movie. It's like with Boy Next Door. Where the fuck the cops? It's like that was distracting. Fuck this movie. But where I do find it, where this movie is entertaining, is that it is really funny in parts. The dialogue in this movie is god awful. Like, there are points in this movie, like halfway through, like at the beginning of this movie, I'm like, oh my god, this is the worst written movies I've seen in a long fucking time. And it is. It's like one of the worst written movies I've ever seen in a while. Like, romantic movies especially. And because no one fucking talks like this. No one. Absolutely no one. And no women are fucking this dumb. At all. Like, that's one of the things that Dakota Johnson's, like, also, I forgot to mention, she's supposed to be this 4.0 GPA girl, but she is fucking dumb as shit. She is retarded. Dakota Johnson isn't. She isn't like Kristen Stewart in the fact that she's fucking bland. She actually can act. I actually thought she was not a bad actress. Unlike Kristen Stewart, who doesn't have a fucking personality. But she does have a lot of similarities to Bella Swan, that instead of her mouth being agape, she's just biting her lip the whole fucking time. I liked what that one critic said. Get that girl some fucking chapstick. that is pretty fucking funny. I recommend, if you haven't seen that Australian Today Show reviewer going on a rant about it being the worst movie she's ever seen, go watch that. It would have made Roger Ebert Gene Siskel really fucking proud. Anyways, But anyways, back to the dialogue. This movie is the only movie I've ever seen where it uses it has characters in a film saying the words, I'm not joking here, butt plug, yeah, butt plug, anal fisting, vaginal fisting, and genital clamps, and among other things. It says it, they say it with a straight face, and it's supposed to be taken seriously. When they said butt plug, I about fucking lost it. I'm not joking. Like, there are a lot of lines of dialogue in this movie that are just so fucking hysterical. Like, it's supposed to be, the scenes are supposed to be erotic. He's, bending her over, spanking her on the ass, give her, it's fucking hysterical. It also makes no sense because, fuck it, I'll get into the ending in a minute. But yeah, the dialogue is hysterical. Like, again, I laughed my ass off. Like, I almost want to endorse this movie because it is very funny. I was laughing pretty audibly throughout this movie a lot of times, especially towards the end. Anyways, also, what was the other thing? Also, I will give props to this movie. It pushes the R rating very fucking hard. It's a hard R. Oh my god. If you're worried about the sex scenes, like, you being cut back, they push the limits. Pretty goddamn easily. This could have been an NC-17. Dakota Johnson is naked, I swear, like 90% of this movie. She's not a bad thing. She's not a bad looking girl at all. At all. I'm not saying she's a bad looking girl at all. I've seen more of her body than I think I ever want to. No, I mean, and it's, I can see women getting pissed off because you don't see really full frontal Christian Grey. I'm sure women are gonna get bitchy about that. Whatever. I heard that, like, before I went to the movie, that that was one thing that they cut out, which yeah, you get to see a lot of him though, even if you don't see it full frontal. They do. Like I said, they push the limits. I give this movie, it doesn't hold back. I'm sure there's an unrated version. There's probably a version that's NC-17 out there. I'm sure I heard people like they wanted more. Fuck's sake, just go watch a porno then. Fuck's sake. I heard somebody say that. I'm like, just fucking watch a porno. This movie is like, you know what this movie reminds me of? It's like if like a Skinamax movie was given a theatrical release. I'm not joking. It's that bad. It's that bad. Like, the acting is just as good in a Skinamax movie as it is in this movie. And then, oh god, the ending. I want to talk about this ending for a second. This bothered me a little bit. I want to say why. I'll say why. This is going into spoilers. If you haven't read the book, fuck it. Just don't, don't want to know what happens. So, at one point in the movie, towards the end, she gets scared because he hits her with a belt across the ass. I'm not joking there. There's no other way to put it. And she gets scared and she's like, I didn't know you were so abusive. What? Like, you were that abusive. What? Like, this guy's been beating you, like, with whips and spanking you on the ass, like, for most of the movie. And you're now like, wait a minute, I don't know if I want this. What the fuck? Like, he's done worse. I swear he did worse to her throughout this movie than he hitting her with a belt across the ass. And I'm sitting there like, that just came out of nowhere. Like, that like, her epiphany kind of comes out fucking nowhere. Like, and then she's like, next scene, she's, I love you. And then the next scene, she's like, I gotta leave you. I'm like, fuck off. What the fuck? It's like, this girl was bipolar. So I said, what the fuck? I was like, Jesus Christ. She knew what she was getting into. So, like, when she has to read a contract like that, she knew what she was getting into. So why is she shocked when he's beating her with a belt? I don't understand that. How the fuck is she that shocked by that? Makes no sense. That makes this character look even dumber than she already is. fuck this movie. I don't go see. It's one of those. I can say whatever I want to say, and people are still gonna see it. If you're like me that wanted to see it just out of curiosity, don't. If you're a fan of the book, you're gonna see it one way or another. Right? It doesn't matter what the fuck I say. It's disturbing that women really think this is a great like erotic novel and that this is what men should be like. Their sexual relationships should be like. That's fucked up. Really is fucked up. Between this and Twilight, they're setting back the female sex by 100 years. 100 years ago, they were looking for voting rights. Now they want to be dominated by men, and they can't live without men. That's what Twilight and fucking 50 Shades of Grey taught them. Fuck this. But anyways, got a lot of new previews. Crimson Peak, the new Guillermo del Toro movie, which is, I don't know what really was. I didn't pay attention too much to the trailer. All I know is that it's like a haunted house movie. Guillermo del Toro, sweet. I think it's gonna be like rated R. It's gonna be hard R. Fuck yeah, I'm all for it. It looks wicked from what it's like, even from the images I've seen. I wasn't exactly sure what was going on. It's just a haunted house. That it's a haunted house movie. I was like, I'm all for it, man. Like Guillermo del Toro is one of my favorite directors, so fuck yeah, I'm in for it. I'm in for that. Trainwreck, the new Judd Apatow movie. Looking forward to that. It's Amy Schumer and Bill Hader. Amy Schumer is a girl who can never keep a steady relationship, and that's about it. It's like, a Judd Apatow movie where it's about just real life problems. And I'm not a huge fan of Amy Schumer, but I'll give it a shot. It also features like John Cena, which made me laugh. John Cena had one of the best parts of the whole fucking trailer. That's great. Like his line in the trailer is pretty goddamn funny. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it. And LeBron James apparently is going to have a big role in this movie. Because Bill Hader is like as a sports doctor, and one of his patients is LeBron James. So that could be funny. Damn it, sorry. Pitch Perfect 2. That was something. I got a trailer for that a couple months ago, and I never mentioned it. I'd never seen the first one. I heard really good things about it, but I just haven't watched it yet. I like Anna Kendrick. Rebel Wilson's basically trying to be Melissa McCarthy. Again, we have like two Melissa. We already have a fat girl comedic actor. Why we have two? I don't know. It's again, she's just trying to be Melissa McCarthy, a British version of Melissa McCarthy. Also, was that Lana from WWE that was the Russian girl? I swear to God that was. I know she's supposed to be in this movie under her real name CJ Perry, but I don't know if that was. Somebody in the comments that is a wrestling fan, let me know. That has seen the trailer. That's pretty cool. Aloha, which is the new Cameron Crowe movie. I haven't seen him make a movie in a fucking long time. It's like, holy shit, Cameron Crowe's making a movie? It's like, that's a really good cast. Who's it? Bradley Cooper, Emma Stone, Rachel McAdams. I'm forgetting all the rest of them. There's a lot of good people in it. It's like a love story, kind of like set in Hawaii or something like that. I forget. Yeah, it's set in Hawaii. Like Bradley. Oh, it's got Danny McBride also. Which again, I haven't seen him in anything in a while. What the fuck? Why not? I don't know. But that looks pretty good. I was like, cool. Cameron Crowe's making a new movie. I'm sure the soundtrack's gonna be awesome. It looked like a Cameron Crowe movie. Magic Mike XXL. That was a subtle trailer. I mean, it opens with Channing Tatum basically sharpening a piece of metal, and he's thrusting it back and forth with like his like between his crotch. I'm like, that was fucking subtle. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm watching a movie about 50 Shades of Grey and I'm complaining about subtlety in a trailer for Magic Mike. I was like, yeah, what the fuck am I complaining about? And then, yeah, it was like, I never seen Magic Mike. I hear good things about it, but I just never got in. I like Steven Soderbergh, the director of it, but I never went and watched that. And also, I've heard some women that went and saw that hated that movie, which is kind of ironic since that was, their target demographic. And the last trailer I got was Cinderella. That was the first time I've ever seen a trailer for this film. I keep hearing about it, I just never seen a trailer for it. That was really distracting at the beginning. It had that fucking huge CGI deer. That was so fucking fake looking. But then we got like Kate Blanchett's the evil stepmother, and it looks like she's gonna be a lot of fun in this movie. So I'm kind of like, I want to see just for Kate Blanchett. She might be really good at this. So I'm like, I don't know. It's like Kenneth Branagh's directing that too. Like, all right, whatever. It didn't look bad. It didn't. It's a live action Disney Cinderella. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But I'll get off here. I got one more review to do, and then I will be right back.